Good evening to all of you. Today we will prove that in the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1, there exists a second focus and a second directrix. Today we will prove that there exists a second focus and a second directrix of the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So for that, here we will take 2 points S dash and Z dash on CX dash. We will take 2 points S dash and Z dash on CX dash such that CS is equal to CS dash and CZ dash is equal to CZ. So first of all we will take 2 points S dash and Z dash on CX dash such that CS dash is equal to CS is equal to AE and CZ dash is equal to CZ is equal to A divided by E. Now through the point Z dash we will draw a straight line M dash Z dash which is perpendicular to Z dash Z. Through the point Z dash we will draw a straight line M dash Z dash which is perpendicular to Z dash Z. Now when we can say that S dash is the second focus and Z dash M dash is the second directrix, now here you see that the proof will be complete if we can show that PS dash by PM dash, that means distance of the moving point P to the point S dash divided by PM dash, where PM dash is the perpendicular distance of the point P upon this line. So proof will be complete if we can show that PS dash divided by PM dash is equal to E. This is our target. We have to prove that PS dash by PM dash, PS dash by PM dash is equal to A. Then we can say that S dash is the second focus and Z dash M dash is the second directrix. Now here you see from the equation of the ellipse, we are getting that x square by a square plus y square by b square, where b square is equal to this thing. So from the equation of the ellipse we are getting that x square by a square plus y square divided by a square into 1 minus e square is equal to 1. On simplifying this thing we are getting that x square into 1 minus e square plus y square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square. So that gives you that x square minus e square x square plus y square is equal to a square minus a square e square. Now taking the negative terms to other side we are getting that it is equal to x square plus a square e square plus y square is equal to a square plus e square x square. Now we are to add 2xae on both sides. So on adding 2xae on both sides we are getting that x square plus a square e square plus 2xae plus y square is equal to a square plus e square x square plus 2xae. Now that gives you that x plus ae whole square plus y square is equal to e square taking common we are getting that a square by e square plus x square plus 2x a by e. 2x a by e. So that is equal to your e square. That is equal to your e square whole into a by e. So here you see that on the right hand side it is e square and a square by e square plus x square plus 2x a by e. It is nothing but it is a by e plus x whole square. A by e plus x whole square. Now x plus a whole square, which distance is x? Cn is equal to x. And what is a? A is cs dash. So cn plus cx dash, that is equal to ns dash. Ns dash square plus y square. Y square means it is pn square is equal to e square whole into a by e plus x. Which distance is a by e? Cz dash distance is a by e. So Cz dash plus x, that means Cn. So Cz dash plus Cn, that is equal to Nz dash. Cz dash a by e Cz dash plus Cn. So Cz dash plus Cn, that is equal to Nz dash whole square. Nz dash whole square. Nz dash whole square. So here you see that n s dash square plus pn square. N s dash square plus pn square. N s dash square plus pn square, that is equal to p s dash square, because s dash n square plus pn square, that is equal to hypotenuse square. That means it is p s dash square. P s dash square. P s dash square is equal to your e square. Nz dash square. Here you see nz dash. So since p m dash z dash n, it is a rectangle. So I can say that nz dash distance is equal to p m dash distance. So since nz dash distance is equal to p m dash distance, so it is p m dash square. P m dash square. So that gives you finally that p s dash divided by p m dash is equal to e. So we have proved that p s dash by p m dash is equal to e. Hence our s dash is the second focus. S dash is the second focus and z dash m dash is the second directrix. So we are getting that if the equation of the ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1, where a is greater than b, then we are getting that center c is equal to 0 0. Center c is 0 0. And we know that a dash is the major axis, b dash is the minor axis. So the endpoints of the major axis, remember that endpoints of the major axis, endpoints of the major axis, endpoints of the major axis are called as vertices. Its coordinates is a0, one endpoint of the major axis a0, another endpoint is minus a0, so it is plus minus a0. Plus minus a0 are the vertices of this ellipse. Third point. So one focus is your S, another focus is, second focus is minus a0. Now What are the coordinates of the foci? S and S dash. Foci means it is the plural of focus. So the coordinates of the points S and S dash are, it is AE0, S is AE0 and S dash is minus AE0, so it is plus minus AE0. Plus minus AE0. Then fourth point, endpoints of the minor axis. Endpoints of the minor axis. Endpoints of the minor axis. Which are the endpoints of the minor axis? B and B dash. And what are the coordinates of B and B dash? B point is 0B and this is 0 minus B. So the coordinates are 0 plus minus B. Plus minus B. Now next is your fifth point. Fifth point is we will find out that what is the latest rectum of this ellipse. What is latest rectum? We know that it is the double ordinate passing through the focus. So that means L, S, L dash is one latest rectum. Another latest rectum is R, S dash, R dash. It is another latest rectum. So we will find out that what is the length of L, S, L dash. For the time being, you just remember that L, S, L dash is twice of LS. And in the mechanical construction, I will explain you that why L, S, L dash is twice of LS. That will be discussed in the mechanical construction of this curve. So, length of the latest rectum, length of the latest rectum, length of the latest rectum, that is equal to your L, S, L dash, and that is L, S, L dash is twice of LS, twice of LS. Here you see that if we take any point L on the ellipse, then its distance to the focus, to its perpendicular distance upon the directrix, to its perpendicular distance upon the directrix LQ. LQ. So LS by LQ must be equal to E. That is LS by LQ. Since LS by LQ, since LS by LQ is equal to E, so that implies that LS is equal to E times LQ. E times LQ. And again, that means if distance to the focus by its perpendicular distance upon the directrix must be equal to E. So LS is equal to E LQ, and LQ is equal to your SZ. LQ is equal to your SZ. So we are getting that 2 times LS. LS is equal to E times LQ. E times LQ, and it is 2E. What is LQ? LQ is equal to SZ. SZ. So again, what is SZ? SZ is equal to CZ minus CS. CZ minus CS. So it is equal to CZ minus CS. So that is equal to 2E into AZ. CZ is equal to A by B minus AE. So on simplifying this thing, we are getting 2E into A minus A square divided by E. So E cancelled out. We are getting 2 into A taking common, it is 1 minus E square. Now we will divide, multiply and the numerator and divide the denominator by A. So that means it is equal to 2A square into 1 minus E square into 1 minus E square divided by A. So we know that A square into 1 minus E square is equal to B square. That means it is equal to 2B square by A. 2b square by a. So you remember that the length of the lattice rectum is nothing but that is equal to 2b square by a. 2b square by a. So what is ls? It is half of ls l dash, that means ls is equal to b square by a. Again l dash s is equal to also b square by a. So next we will find out 6 point endpoints of lateral recta. Endpoints of lateral recta. So which are the endpoints of lateral recta? L dash, R dash, these are the endpoints of lateral recta. So here you see that what will be coordinates of the point L. X coordinate of the point L is CS is equal to AE and LS is equal to B square by A. So the coordinates of the point L are AE B square by A. Similarly, what will be coordinates of the other endpoint L dash? It will be AE minus B square by A. Similarly, the point R will be minus A minus B square by A, and R dash is minus A minus B square by A. So we have to remember that the endpoints of the lateral recta are plus minus AE plus minus AE plus minus B square by A plus minus B square by A. Now next 7 point. 7 point is what is the equation of the lateral recta. So this is one lattice rectum, it is another lattice rectum. Then what will the equation of this lattice rectum? LSL dash. It is a line parallel to the y-axis and cutting the x-axis at a distance AE from the origin. So what will be its equation? Its equation is nothing but x is equal to AE. So what will the equation of the another lattice rectum? Its equation will be x is equal to minus AE. Hence we can say that the equation of the lateral recta are x is equal to plus minus AE. Equations of lateral recta are x is equal to plus minus AE. Number 8 point, we will find out that what are the equations of the directrices. Here ZM is one directrix and another directrix is Z dash M dash. So these two lines are parallel to y-axis and this directrix is cutting x-axis at a distance CZ from the origin. CZ distance, we know that CZ distance is A by E. So this distance is A by E, this distance is also A by E. So what will be its equation? Its equation is x is equal to A by E and another directrix equation will be x is equal to minus A by E. So equations of the directrices, equations of the directrices are x is equal to plus minus A by E. So last point is that always you remember that eccentricity. Number 9. So next we will find out that from which equation eccentricity E can be derived. We know that B square is equal to A square into 1 minus E square. So from this equation we are getting 1 minus E square, that is equal to B square divided by A square, which means your E square is equal to 1 minus B square by A square. So that gives you that E is equal to square root of 1 minus B by A whole square. So finally you remember that eccentricity is always obtained from the equation A is equal to square root of 1 minus, what is B? B is nothing but the semi-minor axis. What is A? A is semi, means half of major axis. So it is semi-minor axis, divided by semi-major axis whole square. So E is equal to always square root of 1 minus semi-minor axis by semi-major axis whole square. So these are the 9 points which you have to remember always. It is the case when these are the points of the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1, where your A is greater than B.